Hello and welcome back to the back nine of our final women's team round here at the 2023 College Team National Championships. Oh my goodness, it's been exciting. I'm Alexis Kerman with the University of Missouri.
I'm Stephen Wiggs with Skyheiser Productions. Alexis, this is the third time around this course for this week. The second straight day of rain and cold.
Yes, we're back here on River Run, and boy, has it been exciting already. BYU is up 2 strokes on the University of Missouri going into this back nine here. Mizzou's found some rough couple holes there on the front 9. And we're going into hole 10 here. It is 211 feet. But as short as it is, we're going through this really tight gap off the tee here to a basket that sits on the edge of an OB Creek area. You really just want to make it clean out the gap or stay in the fairway because the right side has that OB Creek and that left side is just full of tiny little trees. Tailey's going with a forehand buzz, and I think it's a Buzz OS, and it flexed it out. Man, she hit that gap perfectly. She has a great touch forehand on those Hyzer lines.
Her and Ann have been trying to hit these shots all week, and they've both been successful this go around.
They're playing great.
Options out there.
Yes, they're always giving each other options. I'm trying to do what Tailey did, but I early release it. Does not get a flex, but I land safe right there. And Renae does not usually throw forehands, but she's going ahead and throwing that forehand here with a thrasher. Gives it the juice. That was a great throw.
I thought she got out of it. Now, I don't know if at the last second she caught something or if it just lost its speed, but
I think it caught a little Lynn there at the end, but it's in a great spot. She really did. Amanda hits middle of the fairway. Definitely didn't make the progress they wanted, but that's a good spot if you're going to hit something early. Lily Marr, this looked beautiful, but then she gets a really bad kick to the left side. But they're up far enough, they go ahead and take this, and actually they're kind of on the edge enough that it's not too bad. You can see Lily straddling out to the right, and they pitch. She's been throwing a great forehand all day.
gets it inside circle here, inbounds.
So we've made it up far enough. You can see the rain's coming down. Everyone's caddy, everyone's partners doing their best to help each other out to stay dry with umbrellas, walking up to lies, helping them towel everything off.
Yeah, I really think that what I've seen with the ladies here, the caddies that you all have are 1,000 rated by far. I've never seen caddies do so much work in the rain and take care of so many discs. Definitely setting the standard here for rain conditions.
I agree. They were all on it. And that's what's so great about this college team atmosphere is you have that support, unlike, when you go to a typical disc golf tournament, sometimes it's just yourself, but you've got everyone here supporting. So this is for a par putt.
Yeah, just to add to that, like with the support teams, like you got friends, husbands, coaches, everybody's on the bag. It's not just one or two schools that have it figured out. Everybody seems pretty in the know on how to do this properly, at least the caddy guard.
They know their roles. They know what they need to do, especially, we're all fighting for this championship here. They want it for their team members, so it's a great environment to be around.
Here we are at the International Disc Golf Center. The course is just shining for the competitors.
This place means a lot. It's the type of course that where as soon as you think you have it figured out, it shows its teeth.
at a major tournament, there's a different kind of feeling.
Make your career go to the next step. You need to win a major.
We show where we came from and hopefully show where we're going with events like this weekend.
All right, we're here at hole 11, 302 feet. We're flying just right over the kind of the best landing zone area. Open this up at this open spot. And then you want to either pitch up or give a little bid to this basket that's surrounded by these bushes. This is a tricky shot if you want to try and get a birdie. There were no birdies on the day. It's just really hard. The rain's coming down now at this point. BYU's out there in the open, though. And Tailey's going aggressive with this inside right gap flex shot. And it looked so good, but she kind of turned it a little too much and ends up in that kind of right bushy area, but she makes a lot of progress.
Yeah, anything that's been great off the tee that's not Hyzer and out is usually on that corner there or in those group of trees right in front of the basket. Haven't really seen anybody get within circle one this weekend.
It's just a really tricky shot. Renae's out in the open on that left side, so I'm trying to do kind of that same line that Tailey took, and I get through these trees and give ourselves a really good look there in circle two.
Yeah, I'm a fan of having trees inside C1 and having them close to the basket for approaches, but as a videographer of disc golf, I'm not a fan of these trees. I couldn't find a spot all weekend to get to see you guys make your putts. Like, there's always an angle that I'm missing somebody from.
Especially with those bushes right there. So Milligan, neither of their drives, well actually, I'm sorry. Amanda's does land in kind of sort of that landing zone. Oh, she slips a little. There's a lot of that going on this weekend. So they're in a good spot to get up and down, and she still makes a great throw despite the slip there. Yeah, so they get up and down, and you see where Tailey turned over into these bushes. They're still going to give them bids, though.
A lot of vines in the way on this right side over here.
Yeah, getting caught up early on this right side, unless you've pushed kind of to where they have, really isn't ideal. Oh my gosh, beautiful bid by Hannah. So we kind of have this lofty Annie type putt. Renae puts it up, Hyzer's out. She goes kind of behind that bush, but I'm confident we can make that comeback, so I'm still going to give this a little run. I like to putt with challengers, and I just go over a little high.
Just high and right, yeah.
But I like the bid, just giving us the opportunities. That's what it's about. You know, especially knowing we're behind. We have some catching up to do still. Great putt. Yup.
Good putt.
They've yet to score a birdie on the day, but they are being consistent with the par. I think, just being one over further around and no birdies. Like they're getting there. They're just missing that distance or that accuracy with the power that they have.
Yep. We're now on to hole 12. It's 232 feet. Again, we've got a tight gap to hit here. You want to try and get down there, only 232 feet, but there's some trees that you can get caught up on early.
OB over here on the right side.
Yeah.
But usually is a little creek is turned into a lake.
And Hannah finds that OB in that pond creek. Oh no, and Tailey hits right early, and she kicks way left, but she is in bounds. And I just watched Tailey do that, so I said, why don't I do that too? Not the spot you want to be in, people. But I love my partner, and she laces this gap and gets all the way down here.
Yeah, any water on that left side or front of the basket's inbounds, so got you guys inside circle here on this elevated putt.
Yep. And we know BYU just hit early, so we have an opportunity.
Yeah, they're either going to have to take a line from an OB spot, or they're going to be throwing probably 50 feet from the tee.
Yep. So they're inbounds. Milligan's inbounds. That was a great shot by Amanda.
Lily threw it out to the right and just caught her over the tree, kept her from going OB, but didn't quite get as good of a spot as what Amanda has.
So Milligan's going first because BYU has elected to play at the OB lie. Oh my goodness. Wow, Lily is giving those runs all day and hitting metal.
So this takes me back to, I think in hole 3 when you guys elected to take one of your rollaways instead of just a re-putt, and it really is because of that right there. You have a chance to run it, and if you hit something and drop below it, then you're safe. And both of them girls can run these putts, especially at that distance.
Oh my goodness, and I cashed this birdie and I am pumped up.
Just float.
I knew this was the 2-stroke swing that we needed.
Evens everything out.
Yup. Feeling those positive vibes again, especially after that slump we were going through. I knew we just had to keep it up. So BYU gets the bogey, Mizzou gets the birdie. Here we are going into hole 13, tied back up. It is 354 feet. We're going through this gap. We're going over the landing zone right here. It's kind of the straight shot, honestly, to a little bit of Hyzer to this tree there where the basket is situated in the middle. I kind of call it spider tree. It's got these long legs around the basket. It's a very difficult approach landing zone because if you land on, one side or the other that has no openings, you really don't have a putt at all. But Renae has this drive, and she lands in the perfect spot.
Yeah, anything off the tee, you just want to get out in the open through the gap. And then from there, you can pick where you want to be on that tree. And as long as you just do your research, you see the hole beforehand, or you play it a few times, you know where you want to be on the tree to have a safe putt, and where you don't want to be to have to straddle.
Yeah, it definitely is an advantage for the teams who have been out here, who have practiced it, and know their landing zones, just like you're talking about. And that was a good drive by Amanda there.
Yeah, on the open, and Lily has the distance to rip on it, and now she has the green light. Just a huge throw.
Super massive Hyzer. Gets way down there.
And it was all Hyzer the whole way.
Oh, early release by Hannah. That's tracking OB on that creek area to the left. That puts some pressure on Tailey to hit this gap. And, although you have a partner, we talk about that pressure your partner can feel, especially after watching someone just go OB there.
Yeah, knowing that you just gave up 2 strokes, you're tied. And then you got this hole to deal with.
Again, a tricky landing zone, especially going around this gap where you can't really see the landing zone you want to hit. They're both throwing kind of these Hyzer forehands. Oh, great shot. That is perfect by Amanda. She puts it right at the base, making that a really easy tap-in for Milligan.
Yeah, if I recall, I believe her coach was telling her, don't think about the basket. Put it close to the tree.
Yep.
If you're leaning on the tree, you're just reaching for a par.
Yep. So I like that right side or either left side gap on that tree because it's just open enough right there to make it easy. And I leaned it right on the left side. So you see this weird straddle around this tree, and it just makes that difficult.
Yeah, a combination of just being 10 feet away from the tree can definitely make a difference, and both of them miss.
Their par putt there. Yep, and then we're getting a par. So we pick up a stroke on BYU. The leaderboard has changed once again. It's just been all over the place. Super stressful for sure. I mean, how are you feeling behind the camera?
I had a hard time keeping up with it all. I know that there's...
Last season we had around 30 qualifying events. This year we've grown to more than 70 regionals and conference events for this season. That has led to more than 88 schools in attendance and 700 competitors. The energy you see from the players and the passion that they have when they're representing their favorite school or their university is incredible. It really makes this event special. You don't see that anywhere else in the disc golf world.
All right, we're going into hole 14. It's 349 feet. We have an OB Creek area, painted white line to the right side. You can see there. We're just trying to air something out, stay safe, stay away from the OB, and get some distance. I'm going to throw a crank. We've got a slight headwind on this hole. We've had a headwind kind of the entire weekend. I tell Renae I'm not going to hit the first tree like I've been doing. I'll just put something out to the left side, and I do that just fine. And so now Renae can go a little more aggressive here with her champ turn. Boom! Look at this!
Yes, Renae!
Oh my gosh. What a throw. That's exactly what we needed. So yeah, we have a leader change here going into hole 14. I mean, it's been stressful all week. How'd you feel behind the camera, Steven?
Me and Isaac both, the catch cam, we have a hard time keeping up with it. And I don't want to ask players or anybody what the scores are, but I can tell based on the back and forth on the top of the box here that there's a battle going. I didn't realize how close it was for a couple more holes when I finally found somebody I could ask. But seeing these drives and everybody's going for it, you had the sense that it's now or never. We got 2 rounds of doubles and a round of singles, and we're only 1 stroke difference between the top 2 teams.
I know Tailey's trying to turn over a road runner here. She gets great distance, but they're a little left, and it's kind of a tricky up shot because you're throwing right towards that OB area. So we're here. Renae lays it up. She's been hitting the drives, and we decided I was going to try and run all the putts if we can get a good layup. At the beginning of the round, if you missed the front 9, make sure to go check that out. We were both being aggressive, and because of that, we were making some mistakes. But we've caught back up here, so we're trying to stay in it. We've still got some holes left that can be really tricky with OB. Giving it the height, I just told myself, don't leave it short, at least go long, and so I do that. This is BYU. This is for their par putt. They draw metal from here. She puts it up close. That's going to allow Hand to still give this a really good run. It's a tricky putt uphill, though. Get it. Ooh, just short. So an unfortunate bogey once again for BYU here. Oh, great bid. Curl, yep. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, it's not like when you're playing singles, you're saying play the course, you play your golf, let the competitors make their mistakes, let them come to you. And it's not something that you typically see in doubles because you have that backup and you have that extra support. But, the front 9 and the back 9 are the tale of 2 different stories here. You guys gave up 3 strokes to them, but
Yeah.
you know, with hole 3 and some others, it wasn't really. None of these strokes are really been taken. It's just errors on the players themselves, and the other team is doing just enough to get by again.
Yeah. Capitalizing, it's this who can capitalize on which holes. So it's going back and forth and back and forth. So now Mizzou has 2 strokes on BYU, and Liberty's still making that run, and I think they've moved up to 3rd at this point as Milligan gets another bogey. We're going into hole 15 now. This is 267 feet. OB Creek on the right side. Everything out to the left is safe. You've got a right side straight gap at the pin you can take, or an Hyzer gap on that left side of the tree lines there to try and get to the pin. Renae's throwing a Panther. She goes that right side gap. Gets a nice little flex on it. It fades out, but that should be an easy pitch up for us. The wind died down. I'm going Avenger SS. I like that turnover on the left side, and I hit the line. I turn a little too much. Hit a rock, though, and I'm there for a putt. A little closer than where Renae is. So we've got Amanda Kent with Milligan up first.
She's been doing this all day, where she just puts it in play.
And she might not have the same distance Lily, her partner, has, but she's got a really smooth throw, helping guarantee them a really good spot in the fairways.
It's definitely, playing your part of the team.
Definitely. And Lily opts for a forehand here. You can see that caddy work going into play right here, keeping the players dry until they're ready to throw. Love to see it.
Wish we had a caddy for the camera crew.
I know, y'all needed it. Look at this shot by Hannah Hunter. Oh my gosh, she absolutely parks it. Don't hit your head on the cage. Holy cow.
Yeah, I could have walked up there and put it any closer than that.
No. Beautiful shot. I think that's the best shot we've seen. And this is a great shot by Tailey. She throws a buzz down this gap. But I mean, what can you do? Hannah is parked. Yep, great upshot by Amanda. This is definitely Milligan's game. Amanda makes the safe play, and then Lily's here to make the aggressive play.
Yeah, they've only gotten 2 bogeys on the day, and then everything else has been bars. They're playing a solid round of golf in the rain. They're just a little too far back from the start of the round to make it worth it right now. If they were closer to you guys, they could still be in this by 3 or 4 out.
Yep, I would agree. Renae lays it up right there.
And even in singles, Lily made some big putts, and she made the charge there through the first probably 13, 14 holes.
Yep. I'm just confirming with my partner if I should still run this or not, and she says, yep, go ahead, give it some height. Getting height on my putts this weekend, but they weren't dropping, that's for sure. But that's okay. Oh no. That's uncharacteristic of Lily, I would say.
Yep. We've seen Amanda make some putts. She made that one in the bunker.
Yeah, she did. So casual. No problem. Let's go, Amanda. Way to pick up your team right there. Great play. We're getting a par. That's okay. I mean, what can we do? Look at Hannah's drive. Gosh, it was gorgeous. Great birdie by BYU there. They cool it back to 1. Yep. All right, going into hole 16. It's 329 feet. Everything is inbounds on this right side green area and the path. The only OB, there's a white line and the creek on the left side. That stops about here, and this kind of little rocky area that this basket sitting on is inbounds. But treacherous, because if you hit a rock, you can roll OB pretty easy, just like a lot of these pins.
Yeah, that's pretty much, you want to describe these holes on this course to people is you throw it through a gap, and then you try not to go past the basket into the creek.
Yep. All day. Han just went OB. Tailey throws an excellent drive and just tombstones right there into the fairway. Great shot by Tailey.
They've been out there all week, and I remember them not knowing if Hannah was OB, and she told Tailey that either way, it doesn't matter if I am or not, you throw your shot, because they know where she's going to end up.
Yep.
Pin high, out in the open, with a look at it.
Renae throws an excellent shot. She's just short of that cart path area. And I had a birdie look in singles. I know that it's possible, so I'm trying to go a little more aggressive, throwing a Zeus here to maybe get some skip or enough Hyzer to maybe trickle down to the green area.
I definitely think this hole is just begging to be skipped ace off the hillside.
I agree.
And I'm sure a few of you, if not half of the card on film here, could do it. You guys have the distance.
And I skip it, and I'm by that safe area down where my disc is, and that's a good spot. We're looking at a putt right there, so we're happy with that.
And that's not a bad spot to come in from. If you're out in the open area, you're kind of running it straight towards OB. At least on this side, you have more of a bailout area. If you miss it longer, you can still be safe.
So Amanda, she just gets out to the safe area there.
Just turn it over. Got it just past the cart path.
So Lily's going big with her wave, and she just misfires that for sure. Throws it too low into the ground. This is a tricky upshot right here. I mean, they're far from the pin. Farther than you want to be when you want to get close, especially into this rocky green.
You're far enough back that you need to throw it hard enough to get it there, but then you're throwing it hard enough for it also to go out of bounds.
It was really awesome to see all, especially these past 2 days with this just really not nice weather we're having. The positivity that all these ladies still have. We're soaking wet, we're cold, but we're still out here. And that was a great shot by Lily right there.
I think it's within the surface edge. So from my angle up on the hill back behind, I thought she had dunked it.
Wouldn't have been surprising.
No, not at all. That's why her throw
You were like, that's in.
and this throw right here, both these throw from both of the ladies. Like, as soon as they released them, I was like, oh, that's gonna go in the basket.
So we're looking at an open putt. Renae likes the Hyzer lines with her putter, so she puts it right at the base. That gives me the green light to try and give this a really good run again.
And you're lining up that Annie putt.
Just a little ante to allow it to come back to the basket so it doesn't Hyzer. And I give it another really great high. I think it just goes straight, just over the top.
I prefer, like, I really, if I had the option, I'd do the same thing. I'd rather take a pet brake and put a little Hyzer on it.
I think it gives me that little bit of distance I want.
Distance, control. You can control the angle that it comes in on. Fix.
Wow, let's go, Milligan. Great pot, Lily. That's to save par. Don't fall. This green is treacherous. It was just all mud. But we're all trying not to wipe out as we go down to tap in our pars.
Yeah, find a way to get down.
You can see Tailey and I'm like, no, Tailey, let's go down. Yeah, let's go around. Having a good time again, despite the weather. Just laughing. Yup. Got pars here for Mizzou and BYU. So Mizzou's still up by 1. BYU is even. As we go into hole 17, which can be a really tricky hole. It is 303 feet. We've got OB all along the right side, as well as the creek and OB line on the left side. It gets smaller. The landing area gets smaller and smaller as you get to this green right here that is pretty skippy. So BYU is up first, and we kind of liked that as the Mizzou team because we could see, what they did. This can be a really tricky shot. You have to trust something over this OB area to land safe and stick back in bounds. Hannah gets a little roll, but she's in bounds.
Gets the green flag for sure. I was surprised at how much the discs were skipping and rolling, because once you get around that cart path with the amount of foot traffic that's been there all week, it gets pretty muddy. And like you said, if you want anything that's going to get towards the pin, you have to throw it pretty much the whole length of the flight until the last 30 feet over the out of bound.
And Tailey's trying to go for it, but she Hyzers out, skip.
Oh yeah, that was a big skip, but that one does go OB.
But that's okay because Hannah's safe, so that's a good play by them, knowing their partner was safe. Renae's throwing a buzz. Yep. So you see she hangs that way over OB, but she trusts that disc is going to come back in bounds.
A lot of faith in that buzz. She does. It's probably been in her bag for a long time, so her to
Loves it. Yeah.
know what it's going to do.
I'm going more aggressive. I'm going over the OB with an undertaker. I kind of turn it and it gets too low and just doesn't get back in bounds. But that's okay because again, I know my partner's safe up there, which is why we love team doubles. We kept saying that during the round. We loved our partners. We love team doubles.
Great shot.
Amanda just doing what she's been doing all around, putting it in the middle of the fairway.
Staying safe.
And singles, we watched Philly almost throw this past the bridge, which is a crush. She's got the distance for it.
Yep, she goes big Hyzer.
And the angle. Just sticks it.
Man, what a great shot. So yeah, hers doesn't skip, and I think it hit that puddle that Leah just sat.
Yep.
Giving it a run. Oh my gosh, what a great bid. Even though we're one up on BYU and they're that far away, we're thinking as Mizzou, they hit these. We're giving it to them because they have been hitting them. 2 great runs by BYU. They're right there for a par. Mizzou up next. I told Renae to give it a little run. She likes to play a little safer sometimes. But that allows me to just give it some more height, see if I can get it in. And they give it height, but not in. And going into the last hole, knowing we're still up by 1 stroke. BYU's got the box going on 18. 18's a really tricky hole. We were kind of saying, it's nice because we can see what they do to see if it takes any pressure off of us going into our drives.
Yeah, definitely not a bad spot to be in. Some players probably would prefer to be up front so they can set the stage and they can put the expectation out there. But, if it's playing into your guys' favor, how do you want to see it, then it's working out. On the other hand, though, BYU can throw some really good drives down there. They've been doing it all day and
putting the pressure.
Put the pressure back on Missouri.
I think we felt good between both of us to make that. So hole 18 tied for the second hardest hole on the course at 306 feet. You have a landing zone you can throw short of this OB Creek area and then pitch over. If you don't land and you go for the green and your OB, there is a drop zone. And you keep throwing for that drop zone until you've landed on the island.
What would you say the carry to the island? Probably 270.
I think 270s. Being so downhill.
It's downhill.
And you see, this is the error most people are going to make. So that's BYU. Their first drive is OB. That's Tailey. It's too short and Hyzered out. So this puts a lot of pressure on Hannah here. And she throws that really nose up. And that is tracking for OB left. But she sticks and she is in bounds. So they know they can get a par from there.
They threw in from a little bit further.
Yep, they did. Renae's going for the green here. She's thrown a little high. Yep, so she's short as well. So now we're talking.
So this is where I think BYU going first, they are safe, and so now you have to consider that they can get up and down for a par, and if you guys both go OB, you're going into a playoff.
This was, we were ahead by a couple more strokes on Ferris State last year. This was the same situation though. Renae had just thrown OB, and I had the decision to make, but I knew I could stick this island. I've been doing it all weekend. I take my Sparkle Z Ledgestone Comet and I'm like, there's not a lot of wind. I'm just going to toss it out there.
Put it on a rope.
And I hit so perfectly. I am so excited that I made it on the other side of that green because that just made the pitch up for a par even easier. So we've got Milligan here. What you don't see on the scorecard, Liberty shot a really hot round. And they've taken third place at this point. So Milligan slipped back. But they're going to finish strong. I think Amanda stayed inbounds?
She's in.
Okay, yep. Lily going big, going over. She kind of turned it, but got a great little Lynn kick, and she hit the island. Great shot.
All the way down to the cameraman.
So really all BYU can do is to throw it in, put the pressure on us, right? That buzz. Oh. She was like, I don't know, I wasn't trying to do that. Tailey with a big Hyzer. Oh my gosh. And I thought they had that. I thought they were throwing it in. But they go long. Oh my gosh, great bid by Lily. Gave a great height there. Good commitment. Such a pleasure playing with these women all weekend. The talent, again, has grown exponentially on this college scene. it's just made this a super exciting and fun tournament. A little stressful, but super exciting and fun.
Yeah, we've had BYU or a team member of BYU on coverage all week. Same with Missouri. Lily's been on coverage twice now. So yeah, definitely some top tier players here for the college level, and to see what is going to come, especially next year. Like,
they're going to South Carolina next year.
yeah,
I'm giving this a run because Renae's right there for an easy tap in. She said, just do it. Yeah, and I hit. I at least hit metal this time. But we're feeling relieved at this point. BYU here to make a par putt. Oh, great height. Just a little right on that cage there. Oh,
so they'll bring home the women's singles D1 championship. With Tailey will take that in, and you know she came up pretty much. They're going to take a bogey in this hole and drop a stroke, but pretty much, you know, one stroke shy. And it'd be a tough year to look back on it.
oh, I'm sure. But we're excited because Mizzou's got the two-time championship for team defending. Yes. So happy, so relieved. It was great having our lady teammates there.
Help me congratulate your 2023 College Disc Golf National Women's Team Champions, Team Missouri.
We wanted to prove that we could do it, and I think we're so relieved that we did do it. We're so excited.
I know we're good at this course, and we lost the lead early on by a couple strokes, so we just tried to keep the energy up and keep fighting.
I'm really proud. Like, this is my last time with Renae, so I'm really proud to be here with her right now. It means a lot. I came back to college as a graduate student after working in the field for about 4 years. I'm a Parks and Rec major, and so I just wanted to play disc golf, and I met Renae playing Ladies League, and I was like, oh, you're an undergraduate? You want to go play some disc golf together in college? So it's awesome. It's an amazing feeling that I've even had this opportunity because when I was an undergraduate, there wasn't a disc golf team.
Congratulations to you, Renae, for taking home the hardware. Liberty jumps up. They shot 3 down to get back within 4 strokes of second place.
They were fighting. This whole field was a field of fighters, and so exciting to watch. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're excited to be here, excited to be defending champions, and excited to bring you coverage.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem.